Welcome once again to 40K Amateur Hour. Today we have a review of the new Ork Codex, and we have some special guests to share in the Orkiness. Rico, why don't you introduce our special guests?
This is Bryce and his brother Matt. So they're here because Bryce plays a lot of orcs and Matt kills a lot of orcs.
A lot.
And apparently they're both mute.
We're not going to give you their last names because they are in a witness protection program.
That's true.
Anyway.
You blur my face, right?
Yep.
The
beard is fake.
The beard is completely fake.
Oh wait, no, the beard is real.
The rest of his face is fake.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. I knew it.
We are so far off track. So, orcs. So,
Orcs.
first of all, we have a special treat. What do we have that nobody else does? Well, Rico has...
Well, I'm sure somebody else has it.
No. We're going to say no.
We're the only ones in the world.
Only ones in the world.
The original Ork Codex.
Dun, dun, dun.
From this to this.
Been
We're
a
not going to
long road.
review this.
Long road.
Notice the artwork's a little bit better.
Has it taken us a long time to get there?
Long.
Oh, yeah.
Many moons have passed.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
So, let's get into this here. What Bryce, tell us about the orcs. Tell us about the orcs. Tell us what makes this better than the last time. It's been a long time since this actually got updated, right? Because we've even been through a rule change before we even got a codex.
Couple of
Rule changes before we got a new book. What's great about this is now I can assault you a lot quicker than I used to be able to do. So that's the greatest thing about this dex right now is they've got a lot of new rules that let them get into close combat, which is what orcs do best.
That's what they do. They beat the
That's been
crap out of everything.
7 years now.
Oh yeah,
7 years for
7
orcs,
years.
So why 7 years? What's wrong with the orcs? Why can't they figure out 7 years? I'm joking.
I
It's a
don't
joke.
know.
It's a joke.
I don't know.
Well,
This is how serious he is about orcs. He was like, okay, so technically they were...
Yeah.
Let's talk first about the setup of the new codex.
Yes,
There
I'm just
are
going to
a
look
few
at
things
things
about it.
Quite
First of all,
different.
yeah, it's quite
We'll only
different.
show you like one. Really? Okay, copyright. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go.
Violate.
One thing I do like in the new setup of the codex is the fact that a lot of the codexes had each individual unit, personage, whatever, tank, had a page.
Dominus person.
Yeah, had a page with all of its fluff and all the special rules and everything. And then when you went to the section to actually purchase it, it would say, this person has this and this, see page 94 or whatever, and you had to go back and do that. Now, everything is right there where you buy it. Fluff, everything, right on the page. It doesn't have all the extra pages on that. So that I like.
Oh, I see what you're saying right here in the back.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the new Apocalypse book, actually. That
Yeah,
they
so that
came out about a year ago.
Nice.
All in one spot.
that's
Yeah,
a bonus
almost
because you're
fine.
not flipping through the book for that.
So you're saying the very first thing that you're impressed with, Rico, is just the absolute better layout of this. So do you...
For that one part.
That one part.
Then there's one part I don't like.
There's always that other
He's
part.
never happy.
I'm never happy.
He doesn't like it either. So.
All right, what is it that you don't like about it?
Well, it's actually not the Ork Codex. It's been the last couple that they've done.
Yeah.
And that is when you're going through and buying your units, and it says, this guy can take any weapon from the Ork melee list. Now you have to flip through.
Then you have to go back.
And look at the Ork
Which is,
melee
I just
list.
happened to be on right there. So.
And see, oh, now how much is each thing? Now the old,
Yeah,
the old
this
Codex.
is the stats. You have to go to the front to find
Yeah.
the points now.
So the old Codex, it would say, you can trade your Choppa for a
Power
Claw or
which
whatever
you do.
for so many points, and it would be right there.
It's all right there under the entry.
Yeah, everything was there. Now you still have to flip. So they cut one flip,
and added
put out another flip.
Do you think programs like Battlescribe and all that, that's going to fix that for you?
Yeah, if you use those programs, it'll be pretty easy
Yeah.
because it's still the,
If you're not
admin.
using it, look it up, because you should be.
But
it's free.
beware, it is also garbage in, garbage out. Some of the data sets are not that accurate, and if you're loading those up and running by them, you got a lot of flaws, glitches, hiccups, and wrong numbers.
Only him. Just kidding.
Been there, done that, has happened.
Just double check.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like the way it looks a little bit. We can't always show you because of copyright, but then again, you don't like the way it looks. So it's kind of your
Well,
sixes.
I like the new ad they did,
They've
but
got just some beautiful pictures. Just real quick, I mean, this thing is like full of
the older
orkiness.
Codex I like the setup. Even the newer ones have been the same way.
Is that a football helmet? There's an orc wearing a football helmet. That's awesome.
Why not? It's an orc.
He's from Blood Bowl.
He's from Blood Bowl. He just went to Blood
He just got
Off
off the
topic
field.
again, apparently.
No, it's orcs. How can you stay on topic with orcs? Because
You can't.
there is no topic.
You can't.
It's true.
All right, so
Is it
real quick,
green?
everybody wants to know the units, right? That's what everybody wants to know. So, HQs. You and I were talking the other day. Big change. Let's just get it right out of the room. Gazgul.
Gazgul became a Lord of War, which I think they're going to be doing with a lot of the big guys now.
Yeah, my belief is you're gonna in all new future codexes.
Yeah.
You're
They're
going
new.
to. That's all right. In all future releases and codexes, I believe that you're going to have a lot of special named characters become Lord of War versus just a basic HQ, and that's just to limit special characters in list. If you want to go, your structured list, or if you want to be battle bound.
So you think that's just to stop the whole? I'm going to have like 15,000 Gazgul.
Yeah, and you can still run unbound. Well, you can still only have one Gazgul, but
Correct,
it's going to limit how many special characters you can have in a bound army list.
Yeah, and in a bound army, you can only have one Lord of War.
Yeah.
That's what it says. So that would be your Lord of War, which would limit if Marines, if they came out and said that Calgi was a Lord of War now, then you couldn't take a knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that would be your Lord of War and your knight.
Nasty.
So unless you took another detachment, which you could do, but then you're forced to buy HQ and 2 troops again.
Again, yeah.
Okay.
So it's limiting a little bit for the battlebound, I think.
The big thing that a lot of people, myself included, were quite disappointed with the HQ is 2 HQ choices, named characters, are gone.
And they are?
You got Wazdaka Gutsmech. He was the bike guy. Very good for your bike lists. Added some good firepower.
Yeah,
he made bikes troop choices. Very fun. I mean, it just kind of built around the list around him.
And it was a scratch-built model that you could make your own.
Which,
and I think that's why they got rid of it.
That's, again,
we don't have a model.
No
we don't have a model.
Yeah. Very fun guy to play against, and not very fun to play against at the same time.
Well, that's any orc. Either you're having a good day with the orcs, or you're having a bad day. There's no in between.
The next one is Old Zogwart, the Psyker, the name Psyker. He is gone.
Which surprises me with the new Psyker phase. You think
with the new Psyker phase, but again, no model, I believe. So
you did have a lot of weird boys.
You did, yeah.
And so they did up the weird boy to be level 2.
Yeah,
you can up until
I got him right here.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I was always kind of sad that I never saw weird boys in orc list ever, and so
now you think you're going to see a little bit more?
I'm hoping with the new psychic phase that we'll get them.
Do you think you're going to see him a little bit more now? Because I mean, okay, so 45 points for weird boys. We'll go back to Gazgul. 45 points. Comes with weird boy staff. Here we go. Is your special rules: fearless charge, independent character, mob rules, psyker mastery level 1. However, you can add level 2 for 25 points. That's actually pretty steep.
And
for a psyker level.
For a psyker level.
And then you got to look too. He only has Wog power and demonology.
So you can't use anything.
Yeah, the Malefic.
Malefic. So you can't use anything else.
Nothing else. It says that right in the dex.
Wow. So this is more of like a defensive against other people's psychers, you think?
It's good that way. When you look at Guard has some offensive. Bring them up. They have some offensive. Psychic, but a lot of theirs you're looking kind of defensive as well. But that's my thing.
That's a lot of points though for a defensive mechanism.
Very expensive.
You get him if you get the WA powers. A lot of them are very offensive heavy. So if you want some good shooting, that's what you get with Psychic Phase. You got stuff that can punch armor, lots of shots. You can even get the Foot of Mork or Gork.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Which is great.
Nothing better than that.
But he is steep.
And then the thing about it too, though, is since you can only really, if you're going to do it, he can take out of the demonology. But if you're only going on the WA powers, you're going to get the Primus for free anyway. So if you up them to 2, you got 3 powers right there.
Right there, yep.
Well, it's I'm looking right here. It says WA energy. You automatically get a 1 warp charge point at the start of your psychic phase.
If you're surrounded by 10 or more
10 or more models, correct. And with the Here We Go model, or the Here We Go special.
Here we go!
There we go!
There it is. Finally we get it.
Here we go!
There we go.
So that, yeah, that kind of seems like a good nullifier. War Boss, 60 points.
Gold. Pure gold.
You like the War Boss.
The War Boss is a good basic all-around HQ. He can be upgraded with a lot of different things. He's good at bashing heads. With the lack of invo saves now that the orcs do not have anymore, he is kind of a glass cannon.
Can you still take Mega Armor, though? That's the big question.
Yes, he can. He can take Mega Armor.
It says right here you got your Slugga, your Choppa, your Stick Bombs, Special Rules, Here We Go, Furious Charge, Independent Character, Mob Rule. You can take Heavy Armor for 4 points. You can replace the Slug and the Choppa with Mega Armor, Twin Linked, Shoota, and Power Claw for 40 points. And then you can take a bunch of other stuff like ranged weapons, melee weapons, runts, squigs,
a bunch of other games.
Cats and dogs living together.
Tell them about the Twinkie, Ray.
It's a big Twinkie.
What about the Twinkie?
It's a big Twinkie.
Anyway, so 60 point, you guys are right now, you're liking the War Boss.
Well, he's the only one right now that can actually call a WA.
So, can Gazgul not call a WA anymore?
Gazgul does have that ability in his Warlord.
But he's not an HQ.
True.
Yeah.
He's a Lord of War.
But would you ever... Is Gazgul still worth it? That's the big question I have.
Here's okay.
So let's go
Okay,
back.
now
Let's go back to
me.
Gazmo.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is
Sorry to jump back.
This is me.
It's so random. It's Orky.
Here's me. I've never been, when I'm building an army, I've never been a big named person. Because there's so many points, and if you're only doing 1,500 to 2,000 points or whatever, spending 225 points on one guy is expensive. Even
Says the man who buys an Imperial Knight.
well, it
has no name.
And it's named.
It's name.
Oh, that's right.
Myra.
You don't have to pay for the name though.
Anyway,
It's an extra 2 points.
here's my thought on Gaz.
true.
I never take big name guys hardly ever because I just don't think the point is. But I always used to take Gaz because he was just awesome. Well, the thing is, 225 points now. The last couple of games I played with that codex with my orcs, he's done nothing.
He's not earned his keep. Huh?
He has done nothing. 225 points can buy a lot of boys. So go with the war boss. I don't know if Gaz. I mean, still awesome if you can get him in and get him doing his thing that he's supposed to do. He's fabulous. But Bryce will tell you the one thing that they were supposed to fix in this dex, they didn't.
And
Which is
slow and purposeful on the mega armor, because you would expect slow and purposeful allows you move as through difficult terrain, but you can fire heavy, ordnance, and salvo weapons, I believe, as if stationary.
Correct. Yep.
Unfortunately, the mega armor knobs don't have any of those weapons. They're still all assault.
you can take a combi rocket launcher, so you get one rocket.
One shot
One
wonder.
rocket.
If you take that. But yeah, so they've got slow and purposeful, which
Let's
is
let's
awesome.
back up to the one rocket, because it only took one proton torpedo to take down the Death Star.
Well, no.
Okay, but an orc's not shooting
But
the
he
photon
shot two.
torpedo.
As I say, they shot more than one. The first guy missed.
Yeah, the first guy
And Luke
missed.
shot
that.
too.
And these are orcs, dude.
Yeah, they can't hit any. They're like stormtroopers in Star Wars.
Gazmo, you've turned off your targeting computer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you give somebody slow and purposeful that says you can move and shoot a big weapon, and then you give them.
No big weapons.
No big weapons, and no Overwatch, which hurts them
it's,
as well.
Yeah, and it's basically Terminator armor for orcs, which gives them finally somebody that can have a save. You don't get the Invo save, you just get a 2+ save, and you walk around very slow. It takes you forever to get anywhere.
Which is why you usually want them in a truck or battle wagon.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, so yeah, that's the thing with, so Gazgul, 225 points.
Still kind of it. So you're saying maybe competition, not so much, but fluff, just to have some fun.
Oh
yes.
yeah,
Fluff.
he's amazing. He I mean, I've had him tear turrets off of tanks and rip through. I mean, he can do a lot of stuff. But
Yeah. I
An
know.
ogre and squad
Thanks for
by
bringing up such
himself.
painful memories for me.
I know. But you got to
I can
think
start
that's
doing that.
also what 220 points is going to end up being how many boys?
Yeah.
You know?
How many?
A whole lot of green, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So that's
Okay. So the next on the list is a mech. Did I say this right? Mech?
Yep, you got it right.
15 points. Slugga Choppa, mech tools, stick bombs, here we go, furious charge, mob rule. I can replace his Choppa with a kill saw, 3 points. Any mech can be accompanied by a grot oiler for 5 points. What do you guys think about this guy? He looks actually pretty cool.
That's the new model. Here, this is just the regular mech, and you can take him as an HQ choice, but he does not take a slot at all. So you can have a ton of them. Good for more tech lists. Let's because their repairability. That's really what you want to take him for, or maybe give him in a squad because he can take a kill claw. That you maybe want some more heavy hitting power in.
it's basically a servitor type.
Yeah, but he's super cheap.
He's super cheap, 15.
15 points.
Wow, that's compared to a tech marine or a tech priest or something. That's,
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So, if you're running truck boys, if you want to run def dreads and killicans,
Which
battle
is
wagons.
kind of, that's what we've been seeing in our club is more armor, big time, since the explode on 7 kind of a thing. So this actually may be a good idea.
The one Games Workshop
Or
cheesy
not.
thing. No, the one Games Workshop cheesy thing is they said Luda wagons. They're not in the codex. Oh, we're going to do a special White Dwarf release so you can have your Luda
I
wagons.
thought we were going to get to that painful memory.
Yeah. So it's
down
like,
the road.
was that
Be
necessary?
nice. Don't be bashing GW.
No, I'm just saying, is it necessary? They could have put it in the codex. There's no reason not to.
There's no model.
Because there's no model, but hey, we'll put it in the
It's
White Dwarf.
Yeah, they gotta do the table flip.
We're going
Good
down
thing
the
we're not bitter.
You're going down the dark path.
I'm not bitter at all.
So and not only that, they kind of they kind of nerfed it anyway.
Yeah, it's cheap. It can hold boys
It
now.
can actually hold boys with the big gun.
With the big gun. The big gun is less strength,
Less strength.
shorter range.
Yeah, it used to pretty much be a battle cannon.
Yeah, it was pretty much a battle, short range battle.
Short range battle.
But it was,
a battle cannon.
now it's pretty much heavy infantry only.
But open top on your battle wagon, right?
Can
And
be.
it can be, but you can put...
So, I mean, I understand, and I am not an orc player, so they're teaching me this. So I got a question real quick. We'll ask the big sage. So they're not big on psychic, but you go back here to a weird boy, you throw a bunch of weird boys in that thing, now you can start shooting witch fires and stuff.
That's an HQ choice, though.
You get one.
Correct, but you can start shooting stuff out of that, and that gives you a save with your armor. So you can keep your psyker alive.
So the next question is the weird boy independent or not?
Yes.
When you
So then
throw
you
a squad of boys.
Yeah, you throw them in a squad
Yeah.
of 30 boys. That's going to survive a lot better than
And
the
you get
NEV.
the-
Or
Yeah,
your
you
burner
get this-
boys, right? So you have
Yeah.
your burner wagon
Yeah.
with your psyker
Yeah.
that's throwing crap out.
Double wrap it with the little point guys.
And
Yeah.
you get the bonus because you got the...
The 10
guys
around.
around
That's
them.
what you want to do.
See what I'm saying? So that makes the possible, and I'm making this up right now on the spot. The weird boy a little bit better, you know what I mean?
Possibly.
Write it down.
You heard it here
Try that
first.
next week.
And if it works, it's my idea. If it doesn't, it's his.
Thanks.
So, you know, that mix is kind of, you get, so back to mech real quick. You guys are like, fluff. Kind of fun. You got an extra
Kinda
points.
fun.
You get 15
If,
points.
if you're going to use a lot of mechanical things, you want...
That's pretty
You
much
want
it.
one... It's just like I said, Servitor, Tech Marine, like Chad
Yeah.
throws in there, they can fix your stuff. That's the best thing to have in there.
So an armor, big armor kind of army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because orc vehicles don't have armor.
Yeah.
Just like
they're
orcs. They're tinfoil.
tinfoil armor.
So you
Squishy
get
trucks.
shot, throw him out there, fix it up.
Yep.
Okay. Big mech. Slugga choppa, mech tool, stick bomb, here we go. Pretty much everything else.
But you can
What?
add
35 points.
the shock attack
You can
gun.
add the shock attack gun.
Which is, who doesn't love it? It's really hasn't changed since the last Dex. Still great, random table. Now, however, when you roll the double sixes, it is no longer, they're removed from the table like it was before, or a vehicle suffering a penetrating hit. It is now vortex rules.
Oh,
Destroyer.
Yes.
Ooh.
So it counts as a destroyer, but it can also kind of go around the field based on your die rolls. Suck people in, can come back and hit you.
That sucks.
Now,
Okay.
back
But it's
It's
orky.
called awesome.
It's
back to
orky.
this. The original, when they did that, was pretty awesome because you would actually suck up the grot, shoot it out, and you had the table where it actually like appear inside
I mean, to
the
explode.
character, and then
Yeah.
it start clawing his
On
way out.
out.
That's kind of cool.
All right, Sigourney Weaver. So,
Hey, I got one job on this ship. It might be stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
What was her job?
she was a
She would
pilot.
repeat everything that the...
That's it. That's it.
That's a
I
Galaxy
knew
Quest.
that was it.
Yeah.
She repeated
She repeated everything the computer...
everything.
All right, so that's 50 points for that.
Yeah.
You get a custom.
And
force-
it is one of the more powerful weapons, because that's one thing orcs always lack is good heavies.
Good long range
That's
firepower.
a good heavy long range.
You can
shot.
take Teleporta Blasta or custom force field, so makes them. I'm assuming makes them a little bit more survivable.
I've lost a lot of tanks to that.
The teleporting blasta, I think it's a strength 8 AP2 heavy weapon, I believe. Pretty good. I would probably get it with him on mega armor if you're going to stick him with mega knobs, just so he can actually move and fire it without snap shooting. Otherwise, he's going to be doing the same role as the shock attack gun, sitting way back, shooting,
Lacking range.
lacking range. The custom force field, which you completely just turned away from.
Okay.
Custom force field.
50 points.
Tell us
Yeah.
about it.
Great. I'm so happy that it is now back to an invo save instead of a cover save. Because orcs,
Big
a lot of people, when they were fighting orcs, there were so many things that ignored cover. So it was useless. But now it's back to the invo like it was in the old days.
It's a little bit more survivable.
And it can actually bubble out and cover.
It covers now
So it's like your
models.
portable void shield kind of a thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. It only does models now, not the unit, and it only covers the vehicle he's in instead of bubbling out from the vehicle like it used to. So a little bit worse, but now invo again. So, and an army that's lacking invo saves, sorely needed.
Yeah, and especially with the big explosion of Norse cover
Yeah.
recently, it's come out a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So he's okay for you guys. He's 35 points.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Worth it, absolutely.
Lots of
Pain
guys
Boy, 50 points.
You have to love the Pain Boy.
I have to? Tell me why I
You
have to.
love
You have
it.
Feel
to.
no
have to.
pain.
Because he said.
Feel no pain?
Feel no pain.
He's a medic.
He is a medic. He's got decent combat abilities. He's also an HQ choice.
Rubber gloves.
Yep.
Syringes.
Oh, they don't have rubber gloves.
Syringes. They don't
Yeah,
need
rubber
He does
gloves.
have a
Not
syringe.
sanitary.
Yeah, what are you talking
No, he
about?
does have a syringe. I don't.
Yeah, like I said, they got lots of syringes. They don't need rubber gloves. Orcs aren't
Syringes.
sanitary.
Yeah, that's the
Stab
Erdy.
in,
the-
go.
Yeah.
They got
Erdy
all sorts of
syringe.
saws and everything.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the new model. He looks good.
Focus.
Sorry,
Again,
Mom.
they're so orky.
Sorry, Mom.
Anyway, so 50 points. No upgrades.
You don't even need it.
Take him the way he is, huh?
That's
Take,
it. That
take
is
him the way he is, stick him in a mob of 30 boys, and have your opponent rage.
It's okay.
Feel no pain with orcs with only 6 armor, or you can give them heavy armor, which I wouldn't do, is going to save you a lot of boys in the long run, because it's going to take a lot of fire. Now, since he is an HQ, independent character, he can join any squad now. So if you want mega knobs with Feel No Pain, stick that guy in there.
Okay.
If you want Ludas, if your Ludas keep getting shot before they can do anything, stick him in there.
How many can you take? Just one, or can you take multiples?
Well, he's an HQ choice, so if you want to do Bound, it's 2.
You can take 2? Cool.
Or their special detachment.
But it's not like he's named.
42 of them.
No.
Yeah.
Not like the next guy, which is
Next-
Mad Dog Grotsky.
Grotsnick. Grotsnick.
He's 160 points.
Did you just call him Gretzky?
I did
Yeah.
almost. I'm a hockey fan, guy. Sorry.
Give him a hockey stick.
Wayne Mad Dog Gretzky!
Playing for anyway. So Warlord trait, brutal but cunning. Yeah.
But a good thing a lot of people overlook over him, he is a pain boy, he's got a power claw, he makes your mob fearless, which is really important now since orcs are no
Mob
longer...
rule.
Yeah,
Mob rule.
changed.
It's changed. It exists.
It ain't right.
Still call it mob rule.
It ain't
exists.
right.
It's
not
not
mob
mob
rule.
rule.
It's not mob rules.
So he's very good to make that one unit that you absolutely have to get into the enemy fearless.
And keep him there.
And keep them.
And keep them there.
And give him feel no pain.
And give them feel no pain. So they can
And he gives
survive.
him rampage.
Rampage, which won't come into too handy unless your horde's getting whittled down.
What does rampage do?
You get, I believe, double attacks or +2 attacks if you're outnumbered in close combat.
Oh.
Something like that.
Which
if
is
I'm
hard-
wrong,
which is hard
or
when
comment.
Orcs
Which
are
is
never
hard when you
outnumbered.
have, as I say, when you have
Yeah.
30 boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Pretty
it
hard.
doesn't come in handy too often, but once in a while, maybe.
He's a hard hitter. He's got 4 attacks. He's got a power claw.
Yep.
Ow.
And he's also got an Urdy syringe in case you don't want to use it,
Cyborg body.
Strength 8.
which is only you take the regular Feel No Pain and it gives the entire unit. So
Here we go. If you're a charge independent character, mob rule. Yeah.
yeah, so pretty good. A lot of people are going to overlook him for just pain boys that are cheaper.
Okay, so I like this guy. The next guy, he just looks cool. And frankly, if you play him, you have to talk like a pirate. It's required. It's right here in the rules. Right there.
So
Captain Badrock, 110 points.
You're not talking like a pirate.
I'm not, because I'm not playing him. But I can be, Beatty, if you...
Aye!
Hey, he's
You
got
should
his
be
slug
talking
there,
like-
he's got his chopper, he's got... I don't know what the accent
Now you're
is.
it was like
Scottish,
yeah, it was
Scottish.
like
Scottish Pirates?
50 lashes, then he walks the plank.
That's hot.
Stick bombs, boss pole, Git Finder,
Git Finder.
cunning but brutal. Here we go. If you're a charge independent character, mob rule. Options can take up to 3 ammo runs, 3 points each. And he's got the gifts of Gork and Mork.
Gork and
These
Mork.
are
He's
basically
got a gun. Yep, he's got a nice gun.
and armor.
And armor. So range 24, strength 7, AP 2, assault gets hot. Ooh, it's like a plasma.
Yeah, he hasn't really changed much either. He's pretty much the same. Now he's an HQ unit, where before he was just an upgrade to a squad of flash kits.
Flash kits, yeah.
So, yeah, he's okay. You can put him in a shoot-a-boy mob, and he can target, the harder to hit units. Other than that, I don't really use him.
He's got a boss pole, though.
He does got a boss pole.
He's got a boss pole.
A lot of people can have a boss pole.
I didn't even know
He's
what a
a
boss pole
pirate.
was.
He's a pirate, and
He's a pirate.
or you can put him in another mob of flash kits.
Okay, so frankly, I'm seeing this guy with a lot of people making wagons that look like pirate ships.
It's already happened.
Sails
I
on
know,
it,
that's what
some
I'm
ropes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Some land.
I'm
pirate
taking
ships.
their orc and going home. Anyway, so 65 points, boss Zagstruck. Kind of looks like guy from the people that sing the YMCA.
The village people.
The village people.
Okay, how dare you?
Does that not look like one of the guys that sings YMCA?
No. He's sexier.
The biker one?
Yeah,
Leather.
Yeah,
the biker one.
There you
I'll
go.
give
you that.
It is.
He's sexier, though.
All right.
Okay.
He is sexier.
Challenge. I want to see this guy and a bunch of orcs out there, green stuff, doing the YMCA.
YMCA.
You have been challenged, all you viewers.
Don't do it.
Do it. Do it. 65 points. Slugga Choppa, heavy armor, stick bombs, cyborg body, rocket pack. Here we go. Furious charge, independent character, mob rule, warlord trait, bellowing tyrant. And he's got the gifts of Gork and Mark. What?
Gork and Mork?
The vulture claws.
The vulture claws. Oh, so he's like a... He's a
hand-to-hand guy.
Yeah,
Jump
he's an
pack.
assault guy.
It's
Jump
like
pack.
a jump pack person.
I don't have a
Storm Boy guy.
I'm just... all I see is him doing the YMCA. I can't read.
So,
If you're taking Storm Boys,
He's decent to take with him. Before, if you took Stone Boys, he was a must because he could assault when he got in. With the advent of 6th and 7th edition, assaulting outside of, coming in reserves was pretty much gone, except for him and Snickrot, I believe. Well, no, Snickrot couldn't still. It was only him, I believe. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. He could assault. Now the Storm Boys, they can't assault when they come in. He doesn't have that rule anymore. He used to do hits with his Power Claws at initiative when he charged in. Very nice, because you could one-shot...
a lot of things.
A lot of things.
You didn't have to wait till the end, huh?
Yeah.
He was great for taking out Land Raiders. He was great for doing that. Now they've nerfed him. His Hammer of Wrath attacks are now at Strength 8.
Strength 8, AP 2, yep.
Yep, so...
And the cool rumor was that Storm Boys were going to be able to assault
Flyers, but that's completely untrue.
That would have been...
It would have been awesome.
It's been something the Orcs need, in my
so
opinion.
he
to assault Flyers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to
Orcs
assault...
Anti-air.
Yeah.
Orcs don't have a lot of anti-air.
Anti-air.
The new cannon that came out
Yeah.
that can shoot it, and these, but come on, you put orcs in planes and put guns on them.
Still an orc.
Orcs on a plane? Isn't there a movie?
Orcs on a plane? It is. Let me explain something really quickly. I faced 6 of these things. Dan, you know what I'm talking about. And it still sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you went against...
Rematch, Dan!
You went up against the epic beard that is Dan. So.
When you think of Orc, you have to have a beard.
You do.
And then you think of Dan from Codex Dan now, Mini Wargaming Dan, and he beat the snot out of me with 6 of those things.
Yep.
So
Got me pretty good.
Yep, I am known as War Boss Beardruck the Bad.
okay.
Just look on James's face. It's classic.
Moving away.
Okay, going on.
I think he wears the hat at night. Anyway, so boys, that's it, right?
That's it.
It's everything's about the boys.
In this dex, yes.
So 60 points. I don't know a lot about orcs. Did it go up or less, or up or more? What are you?
With the boys.
Here, the one thing they changed with the boys that's
So
the
much
big
random
thing
workiness.
is they used to be able to take one squad as Ard Boys. Now you can take as
All
many
of
as you
them as
want.
Ard Boys.
Anybody can be Ard Boys.
So that gives them...
But are they more points than what they used to be?
For
I've
how
never
much is
played
it
orcs.
per boy?
60 points.
No, one boy.
One boy is 5 points.
6.
Oh, 6 points. Sorry, yes, that's right.
6
So
points.
that's
Yeah.
6. So stayed the
Same
same.
on that.
But if you want to equip them with shootas, now it's
Now
an
it's
extra
a point.
An extra point.
It used to be free to trade your...
either or.
So now
it's
they're more
70
expensive.
So now it's like 70
If
points
you
for
put a
a
shoot
squad
in
there.
there.
In 70 points.
But
a
orcs
squad
aren't
now.
really shooty. So you want them to assault.
Well,
right?
it was sheer
You said
volume
shooty,
of foe.
right?
shooty, yeah.
Shooty, yeah.
Shooty.
Okay, just making sure.
They're not shooty McShooterson.
No, they don't shoot.
But sheer volume of dice. It's like Imperial Guard. If you have enough,
Depends
someone's
on who
gonna
you're
die.
playing against. They can hit.
Yeah. Remember the first time
There's
I
a
played
lot
you?
of bitterness in this room.
Remember the first time I played you and I said, "Hey, these guys don't hit anything."
Yeah, and
I
then you hit
shot
everything.
you off the table.
And
Yeah.
you lied to me.
Just
Lied to me.
saying.
They
Lied to me.
Were-
He sharked me.
These are Ard Boys, right?
No, they're
No,
just
no,
boys, but
regular
they
boys.
can be
Boys.
Ard
They can be
Boys.
or-
They can be
Boys.
Ard Boys.
Yeah.
All right, so
And they're the ones that card the
okay.
Ard feelings.
So Slugga
Yes,
Chappa,
okay.
Stick Bomb, here we go, Furious Charge mob rule. Like he said, 6 points a model. You can replace the Sluggas with 1 point. You can have an entire mob take heavy armor for 4 points per model.
which gives them a 4+ save.
4+6.
For every 10 models of the unit, one Orc Boy may replace their ranged weapon with one of the following: Big Shooter for 5, Rocket Launcher for 5. What the heck are you guys doing back here? One of the stop it! One of the other boss maybe upgraded to boss. I'm out. Anyway, so the boss knob, 10 points. There we go. Anything else? Boss knob might take a boss pole. Chad, your boss pole. Boss pole. Boss pole.
Boss pole.
5
Would you
points.
tell them what a boss pole does?
A boss pole.
We had that last game, didn't we?
No, we didn't. We did. Allows you to reroll.
No, we didn't.
You did.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Sorry, not sorry.
Allows you to re-roll the mob rule chart if you don't like the result.
I kept trying to run him off, and he kept hitting with a boss pole. And I'm like,
He
yeah.
didn't hit you with the boss
He hit
pole.
his own guys with the boss pole.
No. It's just,
He just kind of stands there.
kind of a big green fist, just comes out of nowhere and hits the orcs in the back of the head. When they think of running.
I'm
We'll
gonna
get to that. We'll get to
We
that.
get to the mob rule change.
So boys, better than last codex,
They're better for the fact that you can take more Ard Boys if you take Ard Boys.
but they're more expensive.
They're less cool because you have to pay for the gun switch.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
But-
say neutral 6s?
Yeah,
They're a little bit neutral. They also get stick bombs, which they didn't have.
true.
You had to pay for those.
You had to buy. They used to have
Yep,
the.
they got them for free now.
Yeah, they're for free.
Yeah, they used to have the lava boys too. That.
Yeah, the stick bomber
Stick
boys.
bomber boys,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
oh, I
they should
miss
get some
those.
grenades in that
So they
regard.
should get some.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that does help.
Helps with
Gretchen?
that charging.
Sorry,
Gretchen?
Gretchen, 35 points.
Shoot better than orcs.
Shoot better than orcs.
3 points a model.
They're still itty bitty little.
Little tiny, run around with
They're-
their rent herder.
They're good to swamp, small elite units, keep it busy, or, as I always find, holding objectives. People ignore the grots.
Yeah, and so I'm learning with my Chaos, and I'm going to take another guess here. I'm learning with Chaos. Cultists are awesome. I'm having a blast with Cultists.
Cultists are nice.
I hate it. But
love
what
it.
I'm finding about Cultists, yeah, you're right. You can hold objectives. The other nice thing is serious, just cheap, squishy shields.
Yeah,
Big
and
time.
Meat shield.
Meat shields.
Yeah.
That was the word I was looking for.
put them in front of a unit you want to survive. They'll get cover. It's not much, but they either have to kill the grots or you guys get cover, which orcs need.
So that's not too bad.
No, that's
Burn boys.
Flamers.
hasn't changed.
I hate these guys. Hate these guys. Hate these guys.
So much better
hate
now.
these guys.
So much better.
80 points. Burna, stick bombs, here we go, furious charge, mob rule. 16 points per model. You can replace their burners with mech tools, slug and chopper, but why would you want to?
If they're in a vehicle, which is how you want to run them.
Mm-hmm.
Bagel.
Oh yeah.
In a vehicle.
A bagel.
A bagel vehicle.
A bagel.
A bagel.
So why are they better?
They now have the truck
Yep.
as
The
a
dedicated
dedicated transport, whereas before, I do not believe they did.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
If you
I don't
guys
think
know,
so
let
either.
us know one way or
Yeah,
the other
let
in
us-
the
yes,
comments
let us
below.
know. So those guys going up, and with the Overwatch rules in open top in transport vehicles now, with it being
Yeah.
open top, they can all flame anything charging you. Blood angels beware.
So the vehicle still can't overwatch, but everybody in it
It
can.
can.
However,
And it's open top, so everybody can.
being that they're also flamers, they're also good at shooting at passengers inside open top vehicles because
Yep.
now
No escape
Flamers.
rules.
hit actual models in open top transports. Dark Elder, beware.
Yeah, Dark Elder. So that's
Stay away from flamers. If you're
So
Dark
here we
Elder.
go. You get the pirate guy, and you get these guys, and you go, give them a broadside.
Give them a broadside.
Wow.
Do it,
You
man.
mocked us.
I like
yeah, I know.
pirates.
Seriously, like
All right.
It's my job. It's in my job description.
Okay.
To mock you.
Moving on.
When you hired me. Tank busters.
Good
Tank
job.
busters.
Tank
Just
busters.
hired.
Points.
You get
Tank
money.
busters. Tank busters.
Rocket launcher, stick bombs, tank buster bombs. Here we go. Furious charge, mob rule, tank hunters.
They themselves haven't really changed much. A couple of the stuff that has changed about them, I think it's higher numbers now, I believe.
What do you mean?
You can take more of them in a squad.
Up to 10 additional tank busters, 13
So
points
15,
per
I think
model.
it was only 10
And you can
before.
include
Think.
3 bomb
Could be wrong.
squigs
Bomb squigs are now better.
for 5 points a model.
Bomb squigs
Squibs.
now actually hit on a 2+ within 18-inch range. There's no random table if they can run back and hit another vehicle of yours. It's just you 2+, they hit the vehicle with a strength 8 hit. Strength 8, not the greatest, but that's the same as their rockets. And their rockets shoot at BS2. You're hitting on 5s.
Yeah, it's a cracked missile hits on 2s.
Yep.
That's a good way to put it.
Yep.
And you can take the dedicated transport, and you can have a boss pole, Chad.
Yep.
Boss
pole.
pole.
Boss bowl.
Boss pole.
Their tank hammer got a little bit different. It's only strength 8 now, but it does have an AP of 4. I prefer strength 10 because I'm going to be hunting vehicles or monstrous creatures with them.
Bagels.
Bagels.
Oh,
Bagels.
that's the other thing. They lost their old Glory Hog rule where they could only
I'm
target
reading
vehicles.
that right now.
Yes.
I kind of like this. And the new one, so let me read this. Glory Hogs. In a mission that has First Blood secondary objectives, the Orc player receives double the normal victory points from that objective if the first casualty to be removed is an enemy vehicle that was destroyed by an attack made by one of the more tank busters. So, yeah, you got to watch out for that.
So yeah, the old one was that they had to automatically run after the nearest.
Closest
Shoot.
tank.
Yeah.
Well, it was shoot.
Whatever
Yeah,
closest.
shoot.
Or run if you had the hammers.
If you hammer turkey.
Yeah, well, okay.
Okay.
Hammer of turkey.
Hammer or turkey.
Oh.
So you guys like these guys. 65 points.
They're better
They're
now,
better, but
but there's other stuff really.
Okay.
you got to get them to the tank to be effective. So
Which-
you get them to the tank.
Drop them out of your
They got a
transport.
truck, yeah. They got a truck now, so.
Knobs, 54 points. Slugga, Choppa, stick bombs. Here we go for your star bomb rules. Same thing as always.
Same thing as
Lather,
always.
rinse, repeat.
Yeah, they're larger orcs, boys.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They got more attacks, higher strength.
Heavy armor, war bikes, ammo run, boss bolt. Boss bolt!
Boss ball.
Oh.
Boss ball.
You
One
can
knob may make a war banner, or wah.
Wah banner.
Sorry.
They do have more wounds.
More wounds, more stuff. You can a mob of biker knobs with a pain boy. Again, see your opponent rage.
I don't like them.
Does not. He does not.
I'm going to believe him.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Don't hold back.
Mega knobs.
Oh,
We talked about those.
Yeah, we kind of talked about those. You need
120
them.
points.
You need them in a transport.
They're
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I like them. They're a cool looking model.
They are cool.
They are cool looking.
Just beware, you blow the transport right on your front lines, and there's some mega knobs inside.
Yeah.
You may have to deal with them. Not very fun.
Oh, good.
But so they're good.
So
So
the commandos.
With a K, right?
Oh, really?
With a K.
With a K.
Really?
They used to be
Yeah.
really interesting.
50 points. I really like these guys. Look cool.
They are cool looking.
Slug a chop with stick
but-
bombs. Here we go. Fierce charge, infiltrate, mob rule, move through cover, and stealth. Why?
Now, when Rico first got me the game, and we were playing 2nd edition, and I always had to play orcs because I didn't understand what I was doing, I liked those guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
that
so
was
awesome
that,
anymore.
That was back
That
then.
was way back then.
That was way back in the day.
Much
Because you
cooler,
would
I think.
infiltrate
Which was a
and,
Wednesday, by the way.
find some of
It
those lines,
was a
and
Wednesday.
you would show up behind them. And
Yeah.
I liked
If you,
that.
yeah, you would always
bad.
take. Well, and this is me. People can play differently. I would take a squad of commandos with Boss Snickrod. I could come on anywhere on the edge of the board and assault.
And the
than-
pepper.
And other than that, they were just kind of orcs to help him assault with.
Mhm.
Kind of how they are now. They do have stealth, so that gives them better for cover, which they're going to be hugging anyways. But they're still just orcs.
yeah,
They can
infiltrate.
They can take a couple of special weapons. I think a big shooter and a burna
And a rocket launcher.
and a rocket launcher.
And a boss pole.
Boss
ball!
But they're still orcs. They're more expensive. I do think maybe they have move through cover.
Move through cover.
Yeah, they do. So they're just okay.
Scout and infiltrate both, or
Just
Yeah.
infiltrate.
Just infiltrate.
Just
And
infiltrate.
stealth. And stealth. You wish.
So just okay. Ever since they got rid of that special rule where you could just come in
Come
and
in.
assault,
Yep.
they're just not worth it, in my opinion. Some people can probably do great lists with them. I just
No,
Yeah,
so,
yours.
so they're good, just not maybe your cup
Yeah,
of
it
tea.
kind of depends what kind of army you're playing against. Because
Yeah.
if you can show up and shooting's good enough to do like fight with flamers,
Yeah.
they can be pretty effective. But ultimately, they lost their assault ability, and that's
what orcs
That's what
do.
you want them. That's what you want them to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Sneak behind enemy lines.
And they were at first they're the only
Jump
ones
on
that
people.
came with stick bombs. If you remember, they were the only ones who did.
yeah. I've lost many vehicles to them too, mainly my basilisks.
Oh yeah, those were the days.
So, boss Snickrot.
Same problem that you have with the commandos.
He's their boss.
He's 10 points more.
He can still come in, I think, anywhere on the board edges. He cannot assault. He does give them Shrouded, which replaces their stealth, so it's +2 to their cover save. They may survive longer, maybe, but a lot of people are just going to turn and shoot them that first turn when they arrive. So if you need something on the other side of the board to survive that's coming towards them, and you want to sacrifice them, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, it's an expensive, sacrificial goat.
That's costly just to make line breaker, right?
Yeah, or that, yeah. You can use it for line
Costly way to
breaker.
get line breaker.
So you got your truck, 30 points.
I love the truck.
Still good.
Big shooter.
Big question. How's the wrecking ball on it?
Wrecking Ball, yeah, they kind of nerfed that too. It used to be it used to be AP2, so it was like a las cannon in the assault phase. You on a 4+, anything within 4 inches of the Wrecking Ball would get smacked with a strength 8 AP2 hit. Now it's only AP4.
You can tell I've lost things to it before.
Yeah,
Yes.
You're not bitter, are you?
No.
No.
Tons of upgrades on it. The Grab-A-Claw's worse. You can't grab skimmers, I believe, anymore, like it used to, which was great for Dark Eldar and Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
The rocket launchers, now the same as much as the big shootout.
Yeah, it's free. Yep.
Yeah.
You may
So-
replace the big shooter with a rocket launcher free, and you can take any of the items from the orc vehicle equipment, and it's got the ramshackle rule.
But like we said, if you're moving anything, you got to have a truck.
Yeah, you need a truck. Trucks are
Gotta have a
nice.
truck, throw
They're
them out there.
Open tops.
dirt
assault
cheap,
vehicles?
points-wise, not money.
10, 10, 10, all the way
Yeah.
around.
Now the old days,
Oh, the trucks are
Oh,
awesome.
trucks
back
were
then.
so awesome because
Stack
the
'em.
rule was you could put as many orcs as you could fit on the thing, and if you moved it and something fell off, you had to roll damage for whatever fell off. But you could put
Piles of orcs.
as many orcs,
I've literally, when I first started, piles,
as many orcs as you could.
just all hanging on. People
Move it
would
like
do little
this.
hooks.
Scratch built 5-gallon
Yeah,
bucket
like
trucks.
that, just very
Right.
slow.
And your opponent would be like,
Yeah, do it.
Mobs of orcs. It was awesome. So they did limit how many orcs you can put in there now. but-
Yeah, only 12. But other than that, didn't really change too much. One thing we do need to talk about is the ramshackle rule. Big nerf bat to that. The ramshackle rule, if it suffered a wreck or explodes result, you roll on a table. One of it was the orcs just get off. Just kind of gives way. They get off. No ill effects.
Disembark.
The other one is they careen out of control. You roll on the scatter dice. Random direction could go into your opponents, can go back into you, then explode.
That's awesome.
Love that rule. The other one, I think it just exploded. I'm not sure. Or something.
Yeah, I had one careen into a squad of guardsmen and exploded once.
Yeah, that was hilarious because the one the orcs got out that survived. But now Ramshackle only gives it a 6+ save against a penetrating hit to make it a glance.
Yep.
So I don't understand it.
Not as fun.
It wasn't overpowered in my opinion. You know, the old
it added to the Ork Random
Ork Randomness. That's why you play orcs.
They're
Thank you.
randomly fun.
Jinx, you owe me $1.
Storm Boys, 45 points. Slugga, Choppa, Stick Bombs, Rocket Pack. Here we go. Fierce Charge, Mob Rule. 9 points per model. You can have a Boss Ball!
Boss Ball!
That's so awesome now. I'm going to do that like all day long.
No. They're good at getting into the assault phase now quicker because they're jump pack troopers, but they also have that rule, 2d6 in the assault phase they can move.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I believe you roll dangerous terrain for them as if they move through dangerous terrain, if that rule happens. So they're good as kind of like a first strike, tie up some units, cover for the rest of your boys, or if you're doing a Speed Freaks list, they're kind of there going along, moving with them.
And you can get a lot of them now.
A lot. I think it's up to what, 20, 25, 30? I don't know.
25 additional Storm Boys.
Yeah,
So 30.
That's a lot.
30 Storm Boys. So
Jetpacks are
I would
always
probably
awesome.
get some more Storm Boys just for that.
Deathcopters, 30 points. Twin Link Big Shooter, Choppa. Here we go. Fierce Charge, hit and run. Mob
Hit and
Rule,
run.
and Scout.
They've gotten a little bit better because they're cheaper now.
There's got buzzsaws.
They can take buzzsaws,
25 points per model, Buzzsaw.
kill saw or buzzsaw.
It says buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw.
And a big boom for 15 points per model.
The big boom bomb, or the boom bomb, whatever.
Big boom.
Bing, bang, boom,
The big boom.
Twin Link Rocket Launcher for free, or the custom Mega Blaster for free.
So that's better because it used to be super expensive to upgrade them with the Twin Link Rocket Launcher, which is pretty much all you could find was the Black Reach set, and that's how they came.
Same thing with the rockets, yeah.
So
if you're doing WYSIWYG, you had to buy...
you had to do the rockets, and they were very pricey. They're 2-1 models. There's only 5, I think, in a squad still. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's more. How many
Include up to 4 additional Def Copies.
Yeah, so only 5 still.
Yep.
So they don't have very good leadership. I don't believe they can take a boss pull. They're good for their scout move. I can, outflank, try to pop one of your vehicles from behind, something like that, or try to tie up more elite units.
What about scoring with these guys now?
Pretty good, because they move as jet bikes.
Yep, they're jet bikes, so they are scoreable.
Nice scoring unit that's going to get in there, zoom in. If you have to zoom out, bug out. You can
Especially when zooming from objective to objective as you draw those
So,
cards.
but yeah, the biggest drawback with them still that they didn't fix is their numbers. But the weapons that you can get for cheaper and free and all that, better overall.
But they're jet bikes, and jet bikes are awesome.
Single point, or do they have 2 wounds, or
2 wounds.
2 wounds?
2 wound models.
Okay, so 5 of them, 10 wounds. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's just
You just like more.
10 would be fine.
Well, every time you play an army, you want more.
Well, yeah.
More.
Deck of Jets, 110. Twin-linked Super Shooters, Strafing Run, Supersonic, Wah plane.
Well, I wonder if... Oh, wait, that's right. You lost to Dan with those, didn't you?
Yes, thank you for
Yeah.
bringing
The best
that
thing
up.
about strafing runs, they hit actually on 4s against ground targets.
What? Inconceivable!
Yes, with orcs.
With orcs.
Or the works.
You can give them a fighter ace upgrade. I think it does the same thing for skimmers and flyers.
You can do what now? I didn't see that.
Fighter ace upgrade. It's
May take a Fly Boss.
Fly boss. That's
Fly
it.
boss.
15 points. Additional Twin Link Supas, Shooters for 20 points. May take a Red Paint Job for 5. And your Wah plane. During a turn in which the Wah is called, each of the model's assault weapons fires 1 more shot than normal.
Which is nerfed because it used to be every weapon fires twice.
Ooh, big change.
So you could be throwing 18 dice if you had it fully upgraded with all the weapons. Now it's another additional 3.
Still a
So their
cool-looking
flyer
model.
really kind of on that one.
Well, they have 3 variants, though.
They do have 3
yeah.
variants, yes.
Which we don't have to go through each one, but they are basically guns, rockets, bombs.
Bombs, yeah.
So which one's got better and which one's got worse of the variants?
This one's got worse a little bit.
Burn-A-Bomber?
Burn-A-Bombers pretty much stay the same. I think they're higher strength bombs now.
Which
though.
is next? Burn-A-Bombers, 15 points. Twin Link Big Shooter, Twin Link Super Shooter, and 2 Burn-A-Bombs. And you can get a Grot Gunner. When the model with this special rule fires a Big Shooter or Twin Link,
Keep going, keep going.
no Mav, you cannot have a flyby of the tower. Big Shooter or Twin Link Big Shooter, these shots are resolved to Ballistic 3. That's good.
He's
So
flipping it
yeah,
off as he goes
good
by.
for defense against other flyers. Kind
I'm
of.
about to go King Kong on everything in Sparks.
You have to crawl up on top of the tower to do that.
That's right.
May take up to 6 Scorching Missiles, 10 points each. May take a Red Paint Job for 5, 115 points. So 5 points more than the Daka Jet.
Yeah.
For the
So
rockets.
it's that one pretty much didn't change much except for the strength of their weapons on their bombs, I think. So and rockets or one of the two. So
Rockets.
And
And
then
then
the-
ignore cover.
they ignore cover flaming weapons. Yes.
And then there's the Blitz Bomber, which is 135 points.
Which is that?
Big Shooter,
Yep.
Twin Bombs, May take a Red Paint Job, Ground Gunner, Supersonic Warplane.
I didn't pull up.
Okay. That's what they do. They dive bomb. Now a lot of people didn't like it.
Don't come back up all the time.
They don't come back up all the time.
They still don't.
You roll on a random table to see what happens. It could crash. It could clip the unit that it's trying to bomb. Overall, it's a little bit better. Their bombs are now AP2. Whereas before they were only P4, so they were only good against vehicles with the equivalent of Armor Bane. But now, AP2, I'm taking that against Termi lists.
Yeah.
Because
Space Marines beware.
Dark Angels.
per Bricely.
The downside for such a big bomb, I was always disappointed when the initial rules came out. It's a ginormous bomb and it's a small blast.
Small blast.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't have to make sense. I'm adorable.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
War Bikes, 54 points. Slugga Choppa, War Bike, here we go, Furious Charge, Mob Rule. Is there any other thing? I mean, they just copy, rinse, and repeat with these things. I mean, come on.
They're orcs.
Okay, okay. May
They're
include
orcs
12
on bikes.
Don't read
12.
the wheel.
War Bikes, 18 points a model. Boss Knob. You can take a...
Boss Paul!
And you can take anything from the melee list.
Melee.
Melee, whatever.
It's melee.
Melee?
Moody.
Moolah.
Moolah.
The Moolah list.
The Bruce Lee list.
The Bruce. Ooh.
Let's get into Moolah.
A little bit worse now because they don't have that 4+ cover that they used to pull with their smog rule anymore. I think it only gives them a +1 to their additional turbo boost move, so I think it's a cover save of 3.
They still jink, right? They're...
Well,
No, they're bikes.
Right.
So they don't. Jet bikes jink. They're just regular bikes.
Oh.
So a little bit worse. Other than that, like he said, they're orcs on bikes.
On bikes.
A little expensive. Again, kind of like the Def Copters, they're good for getting in the people's face, tying down units, and slaughtering tons of guardsmen.
12 of them, though.
12 of them, yep.
You got your War Buggies, 25 points. Wow, that's super cheap.
Well,
Go ahead.
that was the only thing that was good about them.
Yeah.
No, skip to that one.
Well, no, they're a little bit better now.
We
They
can
now
up them
have...
to-
Twin Link Big Shooter, Scorcha, Twin Link Big Shooter, Outflank, and then Tracked, which means...
well, you get it turns into a war track, and you can actually helps you on terrain and stuff.
you get to reroll your dangerous terrain.
Yeah.
But the thing that he just read, that's what makes them worth taking now, is that outflank. I now have super cheap units that I can give a rocket launcher to, go behind and try to hit rear armor. You can have 3 in a unit, and they're all twin links, so that's a good chance you're going to hit something and hopefully take out that thing you need to do, or at least disable it.
Popping some rhinos and stuff like that, right?
Per Bricely.
Per Bricely?
Per Bricely.
It's the appropriate term.
I'm on it like Beard on Bryce.
It's the longest video of my life. Mech Guns, 18 points. Close Combat, Mech Gun, Cannon.
So
Lava, Zap Gun,
yeah.
Bubble Chucka,
If you
Custom
up them,
Mega
they're-
Cannon, Smash Gun,
you're
Tractor
up them, they're
Cannon.
what, 30?
Yeah.
If you change
Yeah.
them to anything else.
These are newer models.
So-
So pretty good actually.
It's the old big guns that they used to have, but now they're called mech guns. I wish they kind of differentiated between the two, because now some of my scratch-built Labas look out of proportion to the size of the new model.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
Easier to shoot.
gold, pure gold. The weapons they added, some of them are fluffy but fun.
A lot of random.
A lot of random.
Roll on this table, this happens.
Finally,
this
though,
happens, but-
finally, we have a dedicated anti-air gun. Finally.
Which is the Zap Gun?
No.
Which one's that one?
Keep reading it.
Bubba Chucka?
Nope.
No.
Custom Mega Cannon?
Nope.
Nope.
Smash Gun?
Nope.
Tractor Cannon?
Yes.
That's the one.
12 points.
Bring it down.
They could have just told me.
No. It's against our religion.
Okay.
Wow!
Gods of Ork and Morks.
Got it. So you like these guys?
Yeah, they are
Very,
good.
very cheap.
Very cheap
Very
to fill.
You can have 4 of them.
You can have 4 of them,
Four of
yeah.
them. 30 points if you upgrade to something.
Yeah.
You have 4 of them sitting there. It's not bad for some heavy
Yeah.
weapons. I mean, they're random.
They're random. It depends on the gun you take.
Yeah, I mean,
Might
I could be shooting with a strength 5 AP1 one round, and then the next round shooting with a strength 1 AP6.
Yeah. Well, that's the bubble chucker.
That's awesome sauce.
So, you know, it's random.
So,
Up
overall, yes.
Bubble chucker.
Bubble chucker.
There's a vomit cannon.
Oh,
For chaos,
why
yes.
not? Why not?
Battle wagon, 110 points. To transport, fire points is
It's okay.
access points. Oh, are we upset? May take a
I'm not sure we should talk about
cannon.
You just said about
Cannon,
the
lava, zap gun, big shooter, rocket launcher, death roller, ard case, grab and claw. All these kind of they look cool. What's wrong with
They
them?
look cool,
A
but
little bit klimt.
I still hate the battle wagon. It's armor 14 in the front. It's a pain. There's always Gazgill inside. Always Gazgill inside. It always blows up 2 inches from my guys, and then well, there's Meganauts.
The big thing, if you've ever played against orcs, everyone's familiar with the battle wagon rush. Get a bunch of battle wagons. You get the death rollers on them. You move forward. Death rollers kill a lot. The orcs get out and kill the rest. Great tactic.
Yep.
I don't know why, but they heavily nerfed the death roller. So what it used to do, it was a strength 10 hit to anything you rammed or tank shot. D6. No AP. This one now makes it AP 4 D3 hits. However, it only hits people that do death or glory against it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's it.
that's garbage.
No longer a troop chewer, pretty much.
No,
Yeah.
well, I used to ram Chimeras, Basilisks, Rhinos. I mean, even Land Raiders. I mean, you get 3 of those ramming Land Raiders, the Land Raider's gone.
It was predictably effective.
It was
now
predicted-
it's just marginally.
Well, here's the
less
thing. You're basically going to pay 10 points to re-roll dangerous terrain. Because no one in their right mind is going to take D3, Strength 10, AP 4 hits against Death or Glory when they can just move out of the way. Shoot its rear armor the next turn, because it's
What
10.
about ramming vehicles?
No, does not take effect when ramming vehicles. It says only Death or Glory. So, heavily nerfed. However,
Now, does it say tank shock, death or glory? Does it say, because ramming and tank shocks aren't the same thing?
yeah, it just says when they make a Death or Glory.
We were talking about the
Death roller.
Death Roller, that will be in the gear in the back. Don't worry about it.
don't.
Don't worry about it.
We're only
Shut
talking
up.
about it. Whoa.
But it does have the added bonus, which we forgot to mention with the trucks now. Assault ramps are now good
Nice.
again. They add +2 to the charge range of the unit that disembarked from them on the turn they charge when they get out. So,
Okay, I have it right here real quick. So the Death Roller. A vehicle with a Death Roller treats its front armor as 2 higher than normal when ramming. In addition, if an enemy unit makes a Death or Glory attack on a vehicle which the Death Roller and fails to stop it, then the unit suffers D3, Strength 10, AP 4 hits, in addition to the damage they would normally suffer for the failed attack. Furthermore, a vehicle with a Death Roller can re-roll dangerous terrain tests.
So it's like a.
So
it's 10 points
So you're getting a dozer blade.
Yeah.
You're
and
getting
2 higher armor.
And 2 higher armor for ramming, which is actually
But
an armor 16 ram's pretty good.
But the assault ram does the same thing for 5 points.
But is it +2 armor for ramming?
Yes,
All right,
It
fair
just doesn't do
it just doesn't do the
glory, death and
Glory.
the glory attack. Assault rams now, it's so
enough. Hey,
sad.
look at the bright side. You no longer have to buy the additional death rollers for it.
Saving points.
There you go.
You mean money?
Money.
Either way.
Because it comes with the ram.
Because it comes with the ram. So really sad. Really sad.
So you're disappointed. But overall, the Battle Wagon...
I will still use it because it's the only orc vehicle with an armor 14 front.
Alright. Death Dread, 80 points. Big Shooters, 2 Power Claws. 2 of them each.
Another thing that sucks about this, you can't take a big mech and have one of these as a troop choice. It is now straight heavy choices. Because that was fun, I get 2 big mechs, I get 2 def dreads, and then I have 3 other heavy support slots I can do with anything
And
else.
if you're going bound army, Death Dread's not one of my heavies I would take.
But they
No.
look awesome.
They do look
They look awesome. They can shred stuff. I've shredded demon princes and greater demons with them before. Got really lucky. But overall, they didn't really change too much. They can take Grot Riggers, which gives them it will not die.
Ooh.
So regain a whole point on a 5+ at the end of your turn, I believe.
Yep, at the
So-
end of your turn.
So a little bit better, but overall didn't change too much. So if you're running the can list or the dread list, that's
you
a
want it.
little bit more viable now.
Killicans.
Come in
is the
6
next.
packs.
Come in 6 packs.
They
50
do.
Well,
points.
here now, they were only 3 packs.
They were
were 6
only
packs.
3.
50 points a model, rocket launcher, Gratzuka.
Ah, the Gratz.
Have the
Custom
aluminium?
Mega Blast to Scorcha. It comes with a cannon claw and a big shooter. Has a special rule, Cowardly Grots.
That's what's really sad.
Yeah, they.
There is no other
there's
vehicle.
some
They
sadness.
run away now.
They can. Well, they don't really run away. They just kind of. They could just sit there.
Yeah.
Suffers 25% more of casualties during any one phase. The unit must roll a d6 at the end of the phase. Add +1 to the dice roll if there is any 3 or more kilograms in the unit. And a further +1 if there... This is confusing already. There was 1 or more death dreads within 6 inches of the unit. On a result of 3+, the test is passed. Nothing happens. On the result of 1 or 2, the test is failed. And every model in that unit immediately suffers a crew shaken result. Note that no model loses a hull point as a result. Just Cowardly Grot test. That was just a mess. That was a lot of math.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
complicated, no?
a mess, and the Grots are, you know, they kind of suck because in the 6th edition, 2 hull points, so they can be taken out. They're only army 11. Small arms fire can basically slow a unit down. Yes, that's the watch. I can see that.
No, I was looking to see what time it was.
Well, who cares? This is on the internet. There is no time on the
There
internet.
is no time.
There is no time.
Oh boy.
Gorkanaut, 245 points.
Gorkanaut and Morkanaut. Now, I was very happy because I had the original Gork and Mork, and you could use them way back when I played in this.
Original Stompa model.
Yeah, they're the original Stompas from the
Armorcast.
Armorcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Armorcast. Then they took them out. Used to be able to play them. They took
Then
them out.
they took them right out.
Totally gone. And then they came out with the big Stompa and all the APOC stuff. And big Stompa.
No, Stompa's only this
Okay,
tall.
well, all right.
It's not-
Big
it's
Stompa.
a little bit taller than
No,
you.
he's only this
Did
tall.
you know? No,
Okay.
because there's the Ork. inside. Okay, anyways.
Point being, they brought back the Gorkanaut and Morkanaut model type things, so I can play with these guys again. That makes me happy.
Dust them off. Get them on the table.
I did. Using them.
They're pretty good at shooting, decent in assault. One's better at shooting, one's better at assault. The thing that's just kind of weird is they have a transport capacity of 6.
6 is odd,
Which is odd.
but I put some burner boys in them.
You can put
And
Burner
it
Boys.
sucked.
And yeah, I
Yeah,
put some
they
burner
can
boys
assault
in there,
out of, I
ran
believe.
out, they came out, fried everybody. It wasn't
It's an
bad.
assault
It
craft.
does give you some good guns.
Yeah, it gives you some. It helps with that shooting power that orcs sorely need.
And the hand-to-hand is pretty awesome.
The hand-to-hand's pretty awesome.
Strength 10.
There are big targets. Other than that, take them.
Did you get the...
They do get the.
The custom force
Force
field.
field, yeah.
Force field, thank you.
That. One more time.
Only one of them gets it.
Yeah, only one of them gets it.
Yes.
But overall, take them. They're pretty cool. They're expensive, I admit this. But yeah, eventually I'm going to steal these from Rico and use them for myself.
Now we know.
All right, we got Ludas, 70 points. Def guns, stick bombs. Here we go. Fierce charge mob rule.
Haven't changed. Still gold.
Yep.
Still
good.
gold.
Ludas are always great.
And
They have 15
I-
sitting in a
Hey,
corner.
I always bring them.
Yeah.
They're,
I always hit him.
you know,
They're,
strength 7, multiple shot,
they haven't changed. They're pure gold.
multiple shots.
And now I can give them a pain boy or a custom force field to help soak up shots. So
Nice. New flash kits, 110.
they're not new.
They're not new,
Well,
but
new
they
models.
are new models.
New models. They are still flash kits. Back in the day, you either thought they were meh or you hated them. There was really no one that loved them.
I'd go Ludas above that.
I would go Ludas above them. They're a little bit cheaper now. They're not as expensive because you don't have to pay for all their upgrades. Their gun just comes as is.
And it's random.
It's random still on the AP, I believe. But it's kind of a shorter ranged firepower. Could pierce Terminator armor. Could not even pierce Guardsman armor. They're okay. You know, nothing
Nothing spectacular.
nothing
Just newer
spectacular.
model.
Just
Newer
a new
model.
model. You can get a captain. He can have some war gear, I believe.
So we've talked about
Gazgul,
Gazgul,
yeah.
225 points.
Well,
Stompa.
we need to talk
All
about
right, we're going back. Sorry.
Gazgul. A couple things have changed with him. Cyborg body now only gives you a 6+ feel no pain, which he has. So instead of a 5+ invo, give me the invo any day. 6+ feel no pain. Yeah. Adamantium skull no longer gives him +2 on the charge like he used to have. So he's got 1 less attack when he charges. Just minor things with him. Other than that, we've already kind of. I just wanted to.
Sure. No. Stompa, 770 points.
Don't argue. Take it.
Oh.
Now, did that change between APOC or Escalation?
No, it is still the same in
stats.
points, same stats, same weapons, same everything.
So still awesome.
Still awesome. It counts as the Lord of War, so it's like an Imperial Knight. You know, taking that. Lots of guns. I think it has a transport capacity of 30 boys.
20.
20 boys. Sorry, I misspoke.
You're fine.
Oh man.
Ork
10-inch
map.
main
Oh
gun.
no!
Just
Ooh.
remember, it shoots the 10-inch template on the main gun at 9.2, right?
No, 10-1.
Ooh.
10-1.
Better than a Bane Blade even.
Better than the Blade Blade. Bane's Blade. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
So that was one interesting thing in the new rules, the 7th ed rules that they talked about too, is a lot of when you're bringing some of these things into escalation, or if you have a Lord of War and bring them in, and they talk about, you have the blue.
Yeah, the
Blue ones.
The big template.
They pretty much say blue ones are for APOC only, and if it talks about those, you still use the
green.
ones. And so some of the weapons on, not these guys per se, but some of the weapons on some of the tanks actually got kind of dimmed down a little bit, but that's good, I think, for some of these things. And so these guys still stayed pretty decent in the same, so they're not as bad.
So I just flipped the page here, and this is pretty cool. I like this. So the new codex, they gave you a formation already in it.
Yep, you got a formation now.
So Ork Warband, that's pretty cool. 1 war boss, 1 mech, 1 unit of knobs or mega knobs, 6 units of boys, 1 unit of Gretchen, and it gives you Gretchen.
Gretchen or Grotz. It's either or.
Alright.
It's kind of like you say Gork, I say Mork.
Oh. Gives you a bunch of different stuff, which we're not going to go over because we want to leave some things that you want to go out and do it. But it's pretty cool. I like the fact that they gave
it's
you
a great formation. And it plays to their strengths, especially in this codex where it's all about the boys now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is all about the boys. We're not going to go over all the special rules. Real quickly, is anything changed or anything new other than the other one?
Warlord traits, they have their own finally,
Yes.
which is nice. Some of them are okay, some of them are really nice. The +1 to run,
And then
you charge.
they get their own tactical cards too.
And they get their own tactical
tactical
cards if
cards.
you want, which is cool. Because I played against that guy right there,
He's cheated.
and he used his own tactical cards, and it was interesting because they're not the same.
We didn't need to talk about the change in mob rules real fast.
Yes, that's
All right.
what I was going to get
Now,
to.
I'll go old, you go new.
Okay?
Old rule was, mob rule was, however many boys you have in your mob, that was your leadership. So you have 30 boys, you're not running.
They're
You start
fearless.
whittling it down, then you start rolling. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Now,
mob roll, if they fail the leadership test, which they most likely will, they're only leadership 7, even on the knobs, you now have to roll a d6 on a chart. If there's 10 or more models in the assault on the roll of 1 or 2, and they're in the assault, they stay, otherwise they just run. Any other result, they start taking hits from the guy with the boss pole. At strength 4, no AP, but that can hurt your guys because it's strength 4, that's their toughness. They only have 6+ armor, and then they still might even run if you roll a 5 or 6.
And they start fighting amongst each other.
Yeah.
So it's orky, but
It really hurts the
Detrimental.
orcs.
it hurts them because when you're running in with a mob of 30 guys, and those 30 guys turn around and run.
Yeah, because that can happen against demons now. They do have to take
In the
fear
middle of the
tests.
field getting shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
all of a sudden, there goes a third of your army.
Yeah.
Running
So
away.
it's detrimental. Also, you want to look at maybe the relics that they get. Their specialty items.
Oh, the lucky stick!
Yeah.
Lucky stick.
The lucky stick,
Lucky
I
stick.
love.
But yeah, I always thought it was weird that orcs would take a fear check. Orcs don't fear.
Well, based on their numbers. If there's
Yeah.
enough orcs, it doesn't matter. But yeah,
But
that's,
yeah, if you think of orcs are always just, I don't care if I die or not, I'm going to go into battle.
We're running and
yeah.
yeah,
Where are those things?
I think you passed them.
They're in the codex.
Talk about the lucky stick.
they're in the codex.
The lucky
You're
stick.
no help, Chad.
The lucky stick counts as a wall banner, but it actually says does not stack. Sadness. Counts as a wall banner, which gives you +1 to your weapon skill of the entire mob, but also allows the bearer to re-roll any failed hits, wounds, or saves. However, if you miss 3 in on your turn phase, the model's just removed from the board.
Which is just pandemonium.
Pandemonium. But it says saves. Feel no pain does not count. I did check that. Because feel no pain is
It's not a
technically not a save.
Yeah.
So, but good. The lucky stick I love. There's the custom or the shiny shooter. Basically just a really fast, assault shooter. Might come back and hit some of your boys within 6 inches if you roll a 1. Other than that, not good. The Finken cap. That gives you...
An extra warlord.
No, it gives you
not
a
warlord,
strategic
strategic.
trait. You roll on the strategic
Yeah.
table. You now have another strategic trait in addition to any other trait you may have rolled.
That's cool.
That's
So,
cool.
So you can have 2 warlord traits.
You
but
can have
one's
2
one
war-
strategic. Yep.
One's
One's orkiness.
One's
or
the other
whatever.
one, You pick
whatever you
the
want.
3 tables or...
Let's see.
Yeah.
The war bike basically kind of turns your guy into a dumbed down version of Wazdaka. It's I think strength 6, AP 3, assault 3 on the gun now. Not as good as Wazdaka's. Other than that, it's just kind of like a war bike. So,
Yeah.
Some pretty cool stuff. I like the electric
Yeah.
stick. That'd be fun.
Yep.
From randomness. So overall, what do you guys think?
Still playing them.
yeah, I will always play orcs. I've always played orcs. I will always will play orcs. Overall, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Are you?
Yeah,
You've waited a long time. And
I'm very.
I think that's what it is. 7 years you're waiting. And
Yeah,
7
and then
years.
You're expecting for fixes, things that you think would change to play better with mechanics that just kind of stayed the same.
Same
and
or
doesn't really make
got
sense.
worse.
Well, we've got the new starter set that still features
Still new starter
Orcs.
set. Yeah,
Orcs and
Stormclaw, right?
Yeah,
Stormclaw.
Stormclaw.
Yeah.
Orcs and the Space Wolves.
puppies.
Space Wolves. So, advice to new guys starting out, new people starting out with orcs.
This codex right here has one great style of play, and that's mobs of boys assaulting, or truck mobs of boys assaulting. That's what this dex is. Any other play style you can still do. It's just not as good, in my opinion.
So if you're getting
And
orcs,
that-
start there, huh?
So
Well,
if you're gonna
that's if you wanted to be more of the more competitive player.
No. Even if you just want to, play a fun game and you actually have a chance of winning.
There's that.
Other than that, this army's fun to play. I would play this army. I will always play this army.
Always.
So,
Orcs were my second army, and I always have a.
Orcs are orcs. They're awesome. How you defeat orcs? No cover. Flamers.
ignore their cover.
Flavors and shoot them
Shoot 'em.
some more, shoot them again, and
You
double
can't
tap when they're on the
defeat-
ground.
I was gonna say,
Don't get into hand-to-hand
Yeah,
combat
you
with them.
can defeat them in hand-to-hand, but good luck.
Yeah,
you need a really good unit to do that.
Even if you got someone that's gonna like mash into them with 30 of them, you're gonna be tar pitted for long enough that.
yeah.
It's just the statistics of dice.
You think a greater demon would do? No.
Well, it can now with the fear test.
Well, still, but
So my always the rule, like it says in the dex, the rule is boys before toys. So get as many boys as you can.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's right there in the dex.
Get your boys.
Get your boys.
So just sheer numbers.
Sure.
Like any orcs, just sheer numbers.
Sheer numbers, which is
So
kind
you
of
guys are going to be painting a lot of models if you play orcs.
yeah. But again, you will have fun.
Oh yeah.
You will have
there's
fun.
lots of fun options. There's I like the variety orcs have. I love
the variety,
I love seeing death coptas. I know people don't like them as much, but I love death coptas.
I always
on the
feel
board.
death coptas.
They're fast. With the buzz saw, they're good at assaulting vehicles.
They eat babies.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa,
Really?
whoa.
Oh yeah. You guys.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And with that, while we go punch him off camera, if you guys have any, like I said before, questions, comments, anything about Bryce. Bryce is our go-to guy in our club for orcs. He's been playing them a long time.
He's just more.
No, him.
Okay.
Like, subscribe, comment. Be looking for some new content coming up. I'm going to be covering camouflage, cheap and easy camouflage for people who don't like painting tanks in the near future.
Yeah.
Dope.
So again, thank you for having us.
Well,
Thanks for being here.
It was fun. It was very random. We got off topic. We did a lot of different stuff.
Thanks for coming.
So
A little nervous on camera? Your hands are this way.
no,
It's like at 500 degrees in
back
here.
here, dude. We're sweating back here. It says nothing. Thank you. I love you.
It's because he's hot.
We'll see you guys
He is
next
hot.
time.
See you guys
See
next
you
time.
guys. Thank
Good
you.
one.
Dan, I'm coming for you. Bye.